Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be trying something a little different. I'm not going to be doing a voiceover because I am going to be doing a review on Rare Beauty's foundation. Rare Beauty is Selena Gomez's makeup line, and her products are very natural. She doesn't test on animals, and they don't have a lot of chemicals that other brands usually have. So I'm excited to try it out. I tried some at Sephora and on my hand, and it wasn't that bad, so I'm excited. So I'm the shade 260N. My skin tone right now is, my skin is not that bad right now, but the weather did change, so it is not as good as I want it to be. So we're gonna start with a primer. So I'm gonna be using Hourglass primer. If you guys ever watched my videos, I love this primer. I think it's one of the best primers out there for oily skin. My skin is actually quite dry right now because of the winter time, but usually it is very oily. It gets oily throughout the day, so I am indeed type oily skin, not combination. I know a lot of people think they're combination, but usually combination is oily in the T-zone and then here is dry, but I'm just oily everywhere. So we're just gonna get started. This foundation is basically for people who have oily skin. It has like a powdery feel to it, and it reduces redness. See, like I have a lot of redness in my face, like just by touching it you could see that my face, like I'm barely touching my skin right now, and it turns very red. So this is how the bottle looks like. It's really cute and simple. And it is very, okay, I'm gonna shake this up because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you hear that, it's like very liquidy. There's a lot of oil on it, but I think that's just me shaking the bottle up. Okay, so we're just gonna start by putting I'm just gonna put a little bit everywhere. Okay, that's a lot, my bad. So it feels very like watery. So we're just gonna put this much on for now and blend this in. It's very smooth. I don't know if you see it. It's like, god damn. So I'm gonna blend this into my jawline back. Okay, so just look at the places that I didn't do yet. It is very smooth. I actually really like this texture. It's like, and it feels very light, so it's pretty good. You can still see like my little imperfections, my moles. So it's very lightweight. I like the feeling of it. It does feel a little bit oily when I spread it out, but it doesn't really feel like I have anything on my skin. But it also could be because I'm using a brush. So usually when you use brushes, the bristles kind of like smear the makeup around instead of like patting it down and taking some product out like a sponge. So I'm gonna go back with the sponge and ooh, this looks really good actually. It is not, this is like a buildable foundation, but I like my foundations a little lighter than most people because when it gets oily, it gets really, my skin starts reacting to it. So I'm gonna use a sponge now to just kind of, sponge. I already wet it, so You see this little dry spot I have? It didn't really cover it, so I'll try building it out to see if it covers. But okay, using the sponge definitely helps take away some of that excess. Okay, so I really like this finish. It's very natural looking. I'm gonna try to cover this up to see if it's actually buildable. So I'm gonna put a little bit more. And I'm gonna just use a sponge this time and just tap it. So as you can see, it doesn't cover it very well. So if you have problem areas like dry skin, like dry patches, it probably won't cover it up that well, but it does cover it slightly. And I mean, through the camera, it looks covered up a little, but in real life, it doesn't really look that covered. So maybe not too full coverage. This is more like a medium coverage. But yeah, I kind of do like this. It's very natural. It's for like casual, everyday kind of makeup. And I'm just gonna use Fenty Beauty just to finish the rest of my makeup. I might speed this process up. And then I'm gonna put some concealer on. I was gonna buy the Rare Beauty concealer, but I do have a really favorite one that I already use, so I didn't want to purchase more. I might try it next time though. I am looking for other brands since I do makeup for other people. So I'll look into it. So this is my favorite one. This is the Shiseido concealer. And I just put really little. This is like really full coverage concealer. Like, you don't need a lot if you don't want to cover up a lot. I tend to have a brighter shade than what I intend because what my skin has, because I like that brighter effect. Of course, you can match it back down to your skin tone, but I like the way it covers. See, it covers a lot, so I do like that. So this is my bronzer. I'm using Natasha Denona's. This bronzer is very like pigmented, but it gives a very like airbrushed look that I like. So you just tap it off and just, I kind of tap it in first and then I kind of like gently brush it out in a circular motion. And now I'm gonna be using e.l.f.'s. This is really good for everyday kind of wear. I wouldn't suggest using it. It looks like this. It's translucent. I wouldn't suggest using it if you're doing a photo shoot because it does have flashback. So keep that in mind. But if you're doing like regular makeup where you know you're not going to be taking any like photos, then it should be fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and just brush that. I don't like baking my face because it feels too heavy. I've tried it before and I do have baking products, but I don't particularly like doing it, so we're gonna keep the baking to the people who actually like doing it. Ooh, excuse my hair because it's at this awkward length where it's not long but it's not short, and I'm trying to grow it back long because my hair was very damaged at one point and I had to shave off my head, basically. Not shave it, but like cut it really short. But this is from ColourPop. This is the Disney edition, Tiana's. So I'm gonna just kind of pat this in. You don't need a lot for this blush because it's very pigmented. Like I only picked up a little and you could already see the blush. So I just tapped it and it comes off like this. And I just put this right on my cheek in a U-shape motion. I like to use a fluffier brush for this process. All right, this one. And I'm gonna use a fan brush for it. Look at that shine. I love this highlighter. I think it's amazing. I don't like Anastasia's eyeshadows. Sorry, it took me a while. Because they're almost like too pigmented. They have a lot of fallout, so I'm not a very huge fan. But all their other products, I really love. Their eyebrow products, their highlighters, their bronzers. Last but not least, this is Bare Minerals. I love Bare Minerals. I mean, not Bare Minerals, Hourglass. I said Bare Minerals. I love Bare Minerals too. I have their foundations and their primers. But Hourglass is one of my favorite brands out there. So check them out if you really like makeup too. They're kind of pricey, but I would say that it's pretty worth it. Their stuff lasts for a really long time and the quality is just amazing. So I'm just gonna spray this on. And yeah, that's it. So this particular foundation is $29. Dots. I'm probably not gonna do an after video. Maybe I will. I'm not very sure. Thank you so much guys for watching. I will be back.